Xinjiang. That's the second ethnic group that I was talking about. This is a group of ethnic group neighboring Mongolia, Afghanistan, Pakistan, Commonwealth of Independent States, Central Asia, and India. Xinjiang is made famous with the opening of the Silk Road, whereby major trading and religious expeditions between East and West took place. The landscape is incredibly diverse. The scenery changes from desert to lush green alpine hills in 1 hour. The land offers some spectacular scenery with contrasting bright colors. It reminds me of our Oregon landscapes. This looks like the West Coast and the Cascades. And on the middle here, and this one looks like Crater Lake. And the middle looks like Mount St. Helens. And then right down here, I don't know, some of you can see probably, it looks like a Pentavio. So it's very much like our Oregon, except probably a lot more sun and brighter. These are the animals and the different, the desert that has camels. Now, people in Xinjiang, like Mongolians, traditionally share some similar lifestyles. They are nomadic, living in yurts, shepherding, and hunting. While the religions in Mongolia is mainly Buddhism, the religion in Xinjiang is Islam. The architecture reflects the culture. According to the archaeologists, the Uyghur and Kazakhs and Tajikistan are of European descent. People here are famous for their friendliness and enthusiasm, especially the Kazakhs. This characteristic is demonstrated in the dance and music and arts, displaying brilliant colors and paintings and their costumes, showing passionate and virtuoso dance steps and melodies. You can see the paintings are really bright colors, orange and reds, blues. And these are the dance of Xinjiang, and these are the Kazakh ethnic groups. The dress is a little bit different, but similar. These are instruments from Xinjiang Kazakh group. And in this group, if you look at the far right person here, that's the instrument of their own creation from the Kazakh minority. It's called Dongbula. It's also an icon of that culture. So it is a plucking instrument, unlike the horsehead instrument. It sounds like a guitar, usually accompanied by singing. There's also a beautiful legend about the creation of this instrument. It was told in the kingdom of Kazakhstan, there was a beautiful princess. One of the high officials in the kingdom proposed to marry her, and the king agreed to the proposal. But the princess disagreed concerning their age differences. One of her servants offered her advice. "My princess, please ask the king to let you marry the one who is able to find a singing tree." So the king at last agreed and announced to the world the princess' request with 3 months deadline. The high officials was not pleased but did not oppose. 1 month passed. No one dared to take on the challenge. One day, a young hunter passed by the announcement and decided to take the chance. thinking that he would find the singing tree even if he had to look for it all over the world, since the princess believed that there was such a tree. The hunter was brought to the palace. The princess admired the hunter immediately when she saw him behind the curtain. The princess asked the king to allow her to meet the hunter. The high official tried to stop the meeting, but the princess and the hunter met in the garden at last. The hunter promised that he would find the singing tree and ask her to be his wife, while the princess sent him a ring as engagement. The young hunter went through many forests and had not seen any singing tree. The deadline was approaching, and the hunter became anxious. One night, while sleeping, the young hunter had a dream. An old man from the snow mountain told him, "Try to learn from the folks when you are in trouble." He immediately came down the mountain and met the folks in town. The villagers welcomed him like a hero and gave him a banquet with lamb. As the cook prepared the lamb, he left the intestines of the lamb on the branch near him. After the banquet, the hunter felt hopeless and depressed, so he went for a walk in the forest. Suddenly, a sound that he had never heard before caught his attention. He walked toward the sound and saw a few intestines dried up by the sun, vibrating and making sounds in the breeze. He brushed his fingers over the intestines. With great surprise, the intestines gave out beautiful sound. The hunter realized he had found what he wanted. He cut down the branch, carved it into a long wooden dipper, and fastened the dry intestine on the dipper. A new instrument was born. The Kazakh called the instrument Dongbula, meaning the singing tree. Then he started to compose a song for the princess. The music flowed through the forest and caught the villagers' attention. Everyone was very happy for the young hunter and accompanied him to see the king. The high officials was very jealous. He tricked the hunter to give him the instrument and put him in jail. The high official brought the instrument to the king, and the king asked him to play, but he didn't know how. So he asked the young man to show him how to play. The hunter picked up the instrument, started to sing with all his emotions, describing how he found the singing tree after arduous journey and remembering the princess waiting for him. His song moved the guards so much that they helped him escape. So the end of the story is the young hunter and the princess left the palace and moved into the grassland. It's a moving story. So here's the picture of the Dongbula. The next piece of Xinjiang style is Spring in Xinjiang, Xinjiang Zhichun, a composition similar to gypsy dance music. The composer uses the characteristic of Weibo dance with offbeat rhythms and syncopations. Pizzicato is used to simulate the strumming of effect of Dongbula. Xinjiang music mostly expresses human emotions and showcase virtuosity of the instrument or dance movements. The music resembles those from Asia Minor or Middle East, with melodies and harmonies in major or minor, harmonic minor keys. One can imagine the dancer with a tambourine in her hand, dancing brilliantly to the beat of music. Could you play the Yeah. So this music is very similar to Western music. 7 notes, very common scale. The music was composed by Ma Yaoxian and Li Hanzong while they were students in Xi'an Music Conservatory. So this is written by students. The reason that both names are on the music, which is very unusual in the Western music sheet, is that Ma Yaoxian wrote the melody using the Weibo musical elements, altering between whole steps and half steps. So it will be, would you play a whole step and then half step? Yeah, changing back and forth like that. to make the music very unique. Then Li Hanzong added the cadenza for the violin and the piano accompaniment. So as a student, they collaborate the composition. Though it was written by students, the music became very popular in China. So I will perform the 新疆之春.